Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
When drunkenness meets intellectualness meets bro science, you get bro soup time. This is Dean and the Boys.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Dean and the Boys. This is episode 3. It is post St. Patty's Day.
We're hurting a little bit.
We are post St. Patty's Day, and it was interesting. Woo! We'll get to the events of St. Patty's Day later.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm still drunk.
That's a possibility.
Tired.
It's a possibility. Luckily, I went home early.
My body's tired.
Yeah, I went home early. And that was fun. Like I said, we'll get to stories later.
I tried to go home early.
You got dragged back out and was out probably later than all of us.
Yeah. Well, I was sleeping. Somebody
Yep.
decided to wake me up and was like, "Hey, we're going out." I was like, "What?"
Yes.
What time is this? What time did he wake you up to go out?
It had been almost 1.
Yeah, it was about 1.
So 1 o'clock you come over banging on his door like, "Wake
Yeah,
up, pussy, we're going out."
No, I called him.
I was out. I was passed out.
I was
on the
being
couch.
respectful. I called him at 1 a.m. and told him that we were going out.
Those voices of those beautiful people that you're listening to.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, we should have probably done that.
Yeah, we should
We're on
definitely do
point
that.
today.
We are El Professional. But we have the Ryan Manheath,
Hello.
Big Black Bronson,
Yo.
Mr. Slut,
What's up?
and then Big Bad Bab.
Do it.
Bo.
Really feeling it. Really bringing the energy today.
Yep.
Before we get started, thank you for listening.
Yes.
This is Dean and the Boys, brought to you by Bro Soup Time. We hope we know that you are, of course, subscribed. You've rated us 5 stars.
5 stars.
You've left a review, a glowing review of our podcast, and we thank you for joining us.
Boom.
Before we get started, we are hiring.
Yes.
We are hiring. There's zero pay. Zero pay. I will put that out there.
Great position.
No benefits.
With the potential to pay like in 20 years.
Oh yeah, there's potential. When this thing blows up, and you're the producer of the hottest podcast. Oh, and this is a position for women only.
Well,
Yes.
that just kind of made it sound creepy.
Well,
yeah, I get that.
because we're a bunch of dudes and we need a girl around here.
We need to get the female take.
Yeah, we need a female voice in here because we can't just have 5-6 dudes in here spitting out bro science and not have a female.
So what are they going to be doing? What are they going? Job description.
They will be the producer. They will bring up the current events. They will bring up all the news articles, and we'll just
Fact
riff.
check us. Make
Yeah.
sure we're not liars.
Yeah,
So
We
100%
definitely
liars.
are. Yeah, 100%.
yeah. We'll have live fact checking. That will be one of your duties.
Yep.
Duty.
Dirty.
But also,
You guys are idiots.
if you want to be a blogger for us, we could use that.
Yeah.
You can write articles for us. Why not?
Get your opinions out there.
Yeah. Maybe you don't want to speak on the microphone. You don't want to be filmed, but you want to write some articles.
Boom.
Yeah, and you want to bash us. You have the free reign to do that, but not on our pocket. We won't hire you.
I didn't sign up for that. Not yet.
We
Oh,
definitely won't hire
and
you
how
to
do they
that.
apply, you ask? That's a good question. You can go to questions@brosouptime.com. Just shoot us a note, or on Facebook, you can message us, and we'll go from there. We'll pick the best candidate. We don't have very high standards, so
Yeah.
you just have to be willing to do it, and you kind of got the job.
Yeah. Pretty much. Just send your cover letter in and your resume, and we'll go from there.
All we're looking for is just show up. Just show up. That's all we really want.
Literally all you have to do.
let's,
Show up.
Let's just go with send us your name.
Yeah, just be willing to show up, and we'll be good to go. What's this?
Once a week. Trash.
File that away.
Put that. We'll save that one for later.
All right, but before we get to St. Patty's Day, what's going on? We met on Friday, pre-St.
Friday.
Patty's Day.
We did.
What's happened since then?
Jason and I went out. Jason's lovely girlfriend works at a local establishment here, and she was serving us and had a few beers. And the table next to us was a bunch of 20, 22-year-old douchebags. They were being annoying all night, and we kept our mouths shut. But their server just happened to be a friend of mine, and they basically were there for 4 hours watching games. Decided that they were going to be funny and not tip the waitress, and instead of just being cocks and not tipping her, they even went above and beyond and wrote LOL on the tip line and just tried to. They didn't even leave after they did that. They stood at the bar and tried to order more drinks.
Yeah, bad move.
So my friend, obviously
Shitty.
visually upset that this happened. She just served them for 4
crying.
hours. She's crying at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah, and for those, I mean, I firmly believe everybody should have a job in the service industry at least one time. Just it gives you a whole different perspective and appreciation for.
Yeah, don't be an asshole to fucking people that serve you. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Rule number 1:
Servers
don't
are
fuck
people.
with people that handle your food.
Boom.
But yeah, so she's visually upset, and I kind of go over to him like, "Hey, what's up?" And she told me everything that happened, and I walked back and I was telling Jason what happened, and Jason's girlfriend was saying what happened as well. And Jason was like, "Nah, fuck this. They're gonna stand at the bar and think they're gonna get away with it."
Yeah.
Nope. Jason, the 6'9" large man that he is, goes strolling over with myself and then a couple other guys that were at the bar that heard the same story, and they were bigger guys too. I was probably the shortest out of everybody, so that
That's
tells
terrifying.
That's a big crew.
you it was a
Yeah.
big crew.
Yeah.
Rolling large.
So we walk over to him, and Jason taps him on the shoulder, and I'll let you go on from here since you were first person.
Yeah.
You're my
Seeing
hero.
that
You're
one,
my hero, by the way, for doing that. That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
It was, well, at that point, even the manager had spoken with him, asked him, why didn't you pay? Like, was the service bad, whatever.
Just trying to figure out what was
and
going on.
pretty much just laughed in her face too. And that's when I
Scumbags.
couldn't fucking stand by anymore. So I walked up there and I just told him, I asked them, I was like, hey, which one of you guys put LOL on the fucking tip line of your receipt or whatever? And they looked at me, looked at each other. They looked at me like, what are you talking about? I was like, one of you fucking guys put LOL on the tip line. Which one of you did it? And one of the kids was like, well, those guys left. And I was like, so you hang out with a person like that that's just blatantly disrespectful to the waitress who's been serving you, bringing you your fucking drinks, and you're going to put LOL on the fucking tip line? And then one of them was like, I looked at all of them, and one of them...
These were not tall guys by any means. Their tallest guy was probably like 5'10".
Yeah.
At the highest.
Probably, yeah, something like that. And I just one of the kids was like looking at me like, "What the fuck? Like, who are you to come up here and talk to us like this?" And he points at the manager and he's like, "See, now we have a problem." At that point, that's when Ryan grabbed me because I was about to fucking.
They were gonna have a huge problem.
Yeah,
There was going to be. It was going to be like a
fucking
cartoon
problem.
fight where kids are getting thrown over the bar and
Jason's hitting people with other people, just swinging them like a person with a bat.
yeah. Well, it's no secret I don't get along with one individual that works there, and he comes around the corner, and I'm sitting there thinking like, if things go down, man, you're not going to stop it because I'm turning and swinging on you. Like,
Yeah.
you're just going to be involved in it now.
I just assume you'd want the fight to start just so you could just clock him back.
Me
Oops,
personally,
down the way. My bad.
Personally, if I saw LOL on there, I'd be like, "Oh, nice! It left me $101."
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
take
everybody
that.
said. Everyone has
Run
said.
it for 101.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, it was just I couldn't believe it, man. Like, I don't care. I've had shitty waiters, waitresses before, servers, whatever, and I still tip them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna give them the minimum amount, but I'm still gonna tip you.
If you
like,
can't tip, you can't afford to go out.
Right.
Absolutely.
You can't afford to tip, you can't afford to go out.
Right.
Taco Bell.
And so it's
Go to the
definitely to
ground.
me like these kids
say,
just
don't knock Taco Bell. Taco
I
Bell's
love
delicious.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
They just
all the way
definitely
home if I
didn't- they've always probably had everything handed to them. They just look like some rich, like spoiled little
Stuck-up
brats. You
kids.
know what I mean? And
But you think at that age, they should know better.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
definitely know
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, if you're old enough to
Yeah.
drink, there's no reason why you shouldn't understand.
Right.
You understand, like high school kids will do that from time to time, which is shitty. It's shitty no matter what.
Yeah.
Everybody should obviously tip, but to
Yeah.
do that, it's just scumbags.
I-
So did they leave after
Yeah,
that
they left
confrontation?
after
Well, the
that.
manager
Yeah,
pretty
had it all
much told.
fizzle out.
yeah,
So I go over and grab Jason. We're kind of standing there, and like the one kid starts popping off, like, "So now we've got a problem." And I'm like, "Dude, if you don't want this shit to go down, like it's not gonna end well for you if
Yeah.
it does go down." And I didn't want Jason or anybody else really to go to jail at that point. It wasn't worth it. We said our piece. We got what we needed to say in. One of the guys that went over there with us, he's like, I swore one of them pooped. I smelled a poop smell. Like when Jason started talking to him, like, one of them pooped their
I'm
pants.
surprised there wasn't a mess on the floor. Some way.
Well, I mean, to me, it was just like I was a little disappointed in the manager as well because I'm like, you can't allow your employee to be treated like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit if they're ordering more drinks or if they started a bar tab. Like, I'd kick them out. I'd be
Well-
like, I don't give a fuck about your bar tab or whatever. Like, just get the
Tell them
fuck
not to
out
come
of
back.
here.
Essentially, that's
Yeah,
what happened.
man, yeah.
After Jason said his thing. Well, so the manager went over and said her stuff.
Yeah.
Then they started kind of laughing in her face, and that's when Jason went over and that whole thing started. After we kind of took a step back or whatever, they were trying to say like, "Oh, we've got a problem now," and the manager then was like, "You guys
Yeah.
can just go, like, get out of here."
Yeah.
Like people at the bar started clapping, like when they left.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like the waitress or the bartender, the girl bartender that was behind the bar was they were like, oh, we don't want to leave or whatever. And she's standing there like, see you later. Like they're like, oh, we're never coming back. And like, oh, big loss. Like just talking shit on them the whole time they're walking out too.
Thank you. Please don't ever come back.
Yeah. So, I mean, what is it? PSA public service announcement for anybody that doesn't know. Servers make like $2 an hour. Their tips are their income.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's how they make money.
so if you get shitty service, know that one it may not be 100% that person's fault. Kitchen might be running slow or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
They might be having a bad day. Yes, I know they're not supposed to reflect that while they're serving you, but again, their money situation comes from tips and making sure that you guys are well taken care of. So most of us in here worked in the service industry, so just be aware of that next time you go out. That servers definitely don't get enough attention or appreciation.
A few extra dollars to an individual, like anybody, it actually makes a lot.
And especially when you're sat at their table for 4 hours, so they're losing money because you're sat at the table for
you
that
took
long,
up a lot of space.
and you
Yeah.
take up the
You're
table
basically
that
renting, you're renting
right.
the table almost because that's how you make your money.
Yeah. They could have new customers come in that probably would have tipped a whole lot better, you know what I mean, than they did, and she fucking worked her ass off for them. Like that.
A
shit just
situation like
can't
that, they
fly.
can actually lose money because they have to tip out the bartenders
Yep.
on their sales. So literally, she lost money by serving those people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So after the guys left, somebody bought us a round of shots. We cheers, drank up, and then decided to continue drinking before
St. Patrick's
St. Patrick's Day, which was a big mistake because I was hurting on Saturday.
Yeah, it will go. My head was
Yeah, I was
pounding.
disappointed in you at first.
Yeah, I was ready. I love St. Patrick's.
Oh, we know you were ready. We kept hearing you yell, "How you doing?" And usually that means we
How
got a
you doing?
countdown to get you home before you can't move anymore.
Yeah, when I go full Enzo, that will.
That's how an Uber gets messed up is when Mercer starts making those sounds.
That's how Colby gets puked in the face.
Yeah, the story they're referring to is New Year's Eve, which
Happens to be your birthday.
happens. Yeah, my birthday is on the 1st, so I
Oh shit!
go hard.
Extra.
And this past New Year's Eve,
We should
boy,
probably just tell all of your puking stories. Do we have time for that, actually?
we do have a little time. It was mainly birthdays.
That's
Mainly birthdays. The first one was your birthday.
Yes, that was a good one. You celebrated harder on my birthday than I did.
You remember our special shot?
Oh my God, you're
So I tried to convince him. I was like, "Hey man, let's go do a shot," and he was like, "All right."
yeah.
So we get up there, and I'm like, "Rumplements."
Yeah. These guys are notorious for thinking it's hilarious to give me rumplements because it basically just incites blackout.
Well, you know when that's
Blackout Eric.
time-
I love Blackout Eric.
I'm time
Blackout Eric
traveling.
is hilarious.
I'm time traveling if I take rumplements.
Well, I know that's going to be a good night. That's why I don't particularly like Rumplements, but I know usually you have Rumplements, you're going to have a fantastic
it's
night.
gonna get
Oh
weird.
hell yeah! I remember when I was in college before, we went in Emporia State. There's like 2 rivers that run by the school, and so we went floating. And it was like in the middle of summer during break. I went back down there with my buddy, and he had like gotten a free bag of liquor from somebody. I don't know who, but
Just a
there was
bag
like
of liquor?
yeah, man. And it had 2.5 bottles of,
Like it.
or 1.5 bottles of Rumplements.
Mm.
There's like 8 of us just floating down this shitty fucking river, like
Taking pulls of rumple.
yep, the whole way. Oh, it turned into
That's
a
how people
shit show.
Well, at least your
Yeah.
breath was fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to the story. We fucking... So,
At this point, Mercer is already pretty hammered. Like
Oh.
it was my birthday, and he was way drunker than I was. And he
I was really happy for you.
Yeah, no, he was.
No one knew you'd make it this far.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't at all. But
So,
yeah.
get up there, and I say, let's do some Rumplements, and he's just Eric's
I'm like,
adamant.
no.
He's
I was like,
no.
you don't need one, and I don't. I don't want it. But you were very adamant. Like, no, we are doing Rumplements. I was
So, you convinced me. Let's do Vegas bombs. We'll do Rumplements
like,
later.
Yeah, you finally switched. I was like, well, let's do a Vegas bomb. You go, okay, we'll do a Vegas bomb, and then we'll do a Rumplements. And I was like, okay. By the time he gets this shot down, one, it's almost closing time anyways. I'm like, I can sneak out of this Rumplements somehow.
So, I go up to the bar, and I tell the gal, I need 2 Vegas bombs. She makes a Vegas bomb. She puts them in front of me, and I tell them, we need 2 Rumplements.
And 2 Rumplements. And I was like,
Back to back.
So then we had to take them back to back. and-
I tried to convince him to turn it into a drop shot, which how awful would that have been?
oh, Jesus.
Dropping
Can you
a
imagine?
rumble.
Would have puked right there on the
Yeah.
spot.
I almost did anyway.
You did that.
Well, so after you took the
did take a rumple bomb.
I did.
essentially.
Yeah. No, at Garrett's you did.
Oh fuck, that's right, I did.
So it tastes like a Hall's cough drop.
It was awful. Yeah.
Well, so after that night, we went to Bronson was driving us home, and Pretty sure you
was?
were driving. I hope.
Oh, you
It
were
was
sober, definitely sober.
Yeah. At yeah, okay.
So we go to a
Hey,
fast
you don't
food.
drink on Eric's birthday?
We go to one of the late open fast food joints, and Mercer's just he's out of it, like head swaying. Like all of a sudden he goes, I need you to open the door. And he opens up the door in the drive-thru and just lets it out. Like, we're all encouraging him, like, good job, buddy, you can do it. And I look back, and Eric's got this shit-eating grin on his face and goes, America.
I don't even know. I don't even really remember that. I thought it was hilarious that he was throwing up. He was like right next to me, just letting it go all over like a tree or something.
The only thing,
No, in the drive-through parking lot.
the only thing I remember,
Couple times.
I remember having the door open and puking out the door. But I also remember just yelling, "Guys, can we have a pause? Can we take a pause?" And I think I was just trying to tell everyone to shut up and just let me regroup. But I didn't know how to.
Didn't know how to verbalize that.
Yeah.
Well, so we finally get home, and I think did you pass out on the floor again that night too?
Face first.
That's
Yeah.
the night.
Oh, that was at your house, yeah.
in the living room.
Yes.
And I usually make it home.
Yeah. The floor is your go-to, like, blackout drunk spot. Like, right after you puke.
Yeah.
Face down on the floor with the dog just judging you, just staring at you like, is Dad gonna be all right here?
Looking at
That
you
Rumpleman
like,
shot did the job because I was
Was it
totally
worth it?
fine. I was lucid. I remember everything, and then that was it. It was done. After that, I was just bombed.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes-
I'm surprised I wasn't throwing up right next to you.
Yeah, you gotta have that trigger sometimes. You gotta have that wild card in there. I played the role of the wild card.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only way.
But yeah, I remember that
gonna be
night waking
successful.
up just face down. Didn't know where I was at first. I kind of raised up and was like, "Oh, you guys are here."
My friends are here. I'm in the good spot. I'm in a safe spot.
Yeah, and then but back to New Year's. Yikes! I don't really remember
The
leaving.
puke in the
fucking
face.
hard real quick.
You left like right after midnight too. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like we stayed out till 2. It was like 12:05. Mercer's getting the fuck home like as
Getting
soon
in.
as possible.
Yeah,
in
and I
the
didn't
Uber.
want it. I should have kind of paced myself a little better. But I guess I took a Uber ride with Triple C there and his
Didn't you
lady.
throw up on the way home, and
No,
like on the
yeah,
way to
fuck
Colby's,
that they
and
put
then
you
on
in
the
a
way back?
Uber. Oh, so you took an Uber to Colby's and then they put you in an Uber to
Yeah,
your
to
house.
here.
Yeah, he threw up on both Uber rides. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'd never done that before, and I didn't know that I did it on the ride home, or from
Colby's to
Colby's
here.
to here. I didn't know I did it until Sunday night, laying in bed, just hanging out, minding my own business, and I get a correction email that says there's been a correction on your Uber bill. Now I looked it up. Yep, that $40 ride turned into a $120 ride.
It's I mean they usually charge like $200 or $250 for that. So how
Well,
do
it's
you
anywhere
compare?
from I think like $60 to like $250. So I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
No, that's
You lucked out. You might have done some negotiating after you threw up. Like, hey man, I know it's like $200, but they only charge me $60 and we'll be good.
Yeah, I do not remember
Really
that at all.
sorry.
I'm surprised I made it in. Could you imagine if I would have passed out outside? I'd died.
Oh, it was cold
It
as
was
shit.
cold
that
as
night.
shit.
Oh yeah,
It was. I think that was like one of the coldest nights of the year.
Yeah,
it
but
was
I'm,
0 degrees.
I don't remember getting in the
There's
house.
no temperature.
Wait, what about you? Didn't say anything about the one on the way to Colby's though?
Oh, I don't remember it. I can't
He
recall
threw up in
that.
Colby's face.
Yeah,
Which is what happened.
Oh yeah, Colby's like
So
it got on me.
He rolled. They both had their windows down.
Yeah.
And Mercer's in the front seat, I think, and he sticks his head out and starts throwing up, and it comes right back into Colby's face.
No, I remember Colby saying, "Yep, that's puke on my face." Yeah,
Poor Colby.
Look, Colby the week before threw up on the way home.
yeah, he did the week before.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Colby did?
Yeah.
Where at?
We were. What
Was it a
going
Chiefs
on?
game?
Yeah, it was after. It was after Chiefs game, but we went out to Westport after the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Like, it
took
was
the
a day
bus.
game.
We took the party
We took
bus.
the party bus. The Chiefs. Yeah. our
You guys were
tailgate
like he
bus.
was in rare form
Oh,
that
dude,
day.
he was bomb. It
Rare
was so,
form.
we got to a bar in Westport. We were meeting some friends, and he goes up to the bar and just orders 10 drinks.
Yeah.
And just started handing them. He ordered just like he was just passing them out. I don't even know what the hell we were drinking. He was just.
I ended up with 2 Michelobs in my hand. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Free drinks. I'm not mad.
It wasn't like one drink. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like I want 10 ultras or anything.
Oh,
it was
10,
like.
random.
Yeah,
drinks.
it was weird. Like he was like a couple vodka Sprites, a couple Jack and Cokes. He was just ordering just. Like,
I want a variety for my friends.
exactly.
He's like, people will like this stuff.
It was so he was obviously in rare form. I wish he was here to defend himself. So
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, but he's not here, so let's
So
talk
we
about
can make
him.
up.
Yeah, he's
something.
not here. Let's talk shit on him.
This is that fact checker we were talking about. Still looking for one.
Yeah, that was.
So he threw up on the way home on that one. Do you remember our Uber ride that night?
No.
The one that the guy that just came walking up to us when we were standing trying to figure out where.
Oh,
problem
yeah.
solver.
Yeah. He had his own business card that said problem solver on it.
He had beers. He served his beers for the ride.
That's how he convinced us to get in. He was like, "You guys want to ride? Yeah, I don't know. We might get an Uber. I mean, I got beers in my trunk."
Didn't he?
Oh, he said he did.
That's what he said.
We paid cash.
We paid cash.
We paid
Yeah.
straight
That was
cash.
It was an illegal
Straight cash
deal.
Straight cash and free beers on the way home.
But that's smart on his part, just walking around like, "Hey guys, you need a ride," and that way he doesn't have to sit around and like wait somewhere in his car. Like,
Yeah, no, he was
it was like, "Yeah, if you guys want to ride," because I think it was surging that night.
Yeah,
the price
it
was surging,
expensive.
so he was like, "Oh, I'll charge you
It was-
guys like $25 or whatever it was, $30."
I have no idea.
I think it was
And
like
we get to the
40.
car, and
we
he
just
opens
threw
up the we get in the car, he opens up the trunk, and he goes, "I got some Coors Light, some Bud Light, whatever you guys want. Hop on in." And I'm like,
That's what you do.
"That's the fucking shit."
I bet how he's affiliated with Uber is he made you guys look it up. Like, hey, what does it say it would cost from here to there, from here to your house?
And
or
I'll
wherever.
undercut it.
And then he just undercuts it. You pay him cash,
No, we definitely
and he
paid
gives you
more.
some beer.
We paid more than probably.
Nah, it was like it was like $30, but then like I mean, he gave us beers and stuff. I remember paying cash for that one because you guys didn't have cash. I was like,
Thanks
it's
for the
all
ride,
good.
Bronson.
I got it.
Thank you, Bronson.
And I think I ended up giving him like 60 when it was all said and done. So, but I think the Uber was like at $70 from
took-
Westport that night.
At that point we took an Uber to our car to drive home. at that point.
Yikes.
yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. Yeah,
Allegedly. This is all hypothetical.
The guy also he had business cards that had Uber driver / problem solver on it, and then he would hand it out and be like, "Hey, if you ever need a ride, just call me.
I found that in our yard, and I have that in my wallet.
Whenever I need a problem solved, I call this guy."
Yeah.
Not just rides, all sorts of problems.
So what about before all this? You guys were looking at a video of ODB.
Oh,
Was he
Yeah.
chopping up some lines? And
Yeah, man.
He might be in some shit.
Is it?
I officially want to hang out with him.
But they said that's
like I didn't necessarily like him before, but now I'm a fan.
yeah.
I like when I'm
He
chilling
was
with him.
he was in a bed
Yeah.
eating pizza,
Yep.
Smoking a blunt,
smoking a blunt, what looked like a blunt, anyways,
allegedly. Yeah.
Swisher
and
Sweet.
had some white powdery substance on like a book or box or something.
Hell yeah.
And there was a
Let's go.
and there was a lady there, and he was trying to get her to hook up with one of his buddies in the room or something.
Who doesn't want to hang out with that guy? He's got pizza, beer, weed, and he's trying to get girls to sleep with you. That's the best
You
friend
left
ever.
out cocaine.
Cocaine. Yeah.
Cocaine.
I'll never forget that
He has that cocaine.
So I mean, nothing's been coming out, or like the NFL hasn't said anything about it. Like they're like, "Oh, we're looking into it," but I don't.
I mean, how
Haven't
long
been
ago
anything.
was it though?
Yeah, I heard it was
A
a
couple weeks
while
ago,
back.
maybe.
It's been a few weeks.
I heard
at
it
least.
came out a while back, or came out just a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
the video's from a
but
while
it-
ago?
But it's from like, yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
maybe a year or so ago.
I don't know.
You got that
Either way, he knows how to
non-disclosure
party.
agreement,
Yeah.
kid.
I mean, I hope we didn't get in trouble.
You're
He's a
hanging
great
out.
athlete.
You're famous,
Yeah.
and you're
And if-
hanging out with people. No phones.
Hey,
You know
what
I
are-
mean? At
what-
least privately,
Lock him up.
no phones, no nothing, and you can't talk about this shit.
I mean, what else are you gonna
Ever.
do when you get injured for a season and you got millions of dollars? Can't blame the guy.
Oh,
Cocaine and pizza.
pizza.
you can't blame the guy.
Absolutely.
And fucking all the Dr. Pepper you can handle.
But whatever he's doing is doing it right because that guy's a beast.
Can we do
Oh,
that
I
next
love
weekend?
him. Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
we
we
Cocaine
can.
and pizza. I know a
Cocaine
guy.
and pizza.
On the next week's
We're
podcast,
We're getting in
We're
now.
going to be eating cocaine or eating pizza, and drinking cocaine.
I thought you were gonna say cocaine and dick. I felt like dick was about to come out of your mouth.
Cocaine and dick. Just we're gonna do lines off each other's heart erections. What?
Yikes.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Yikes.
Who said that?
So what else? What else is new in the March Madness world?
March Madness rule. I got it pulled up, watching it right now. Michigan State is currently down by 2 to Syracuse with 2 minutes left.
Oh shit!
Dude, last night was a great ending of the game. Anybody see the Michigan ending?
Oh, the
No.
buzzer beater at the
Yeah,
end.
that
yeah.
was.
I thought it
That was
did.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Did you guys
thought-
see the one just now? Who did that?
That was Michigan State. That was right at the end of half.
Yeah, Michigan State. Right at the end of half, this homeboy threw up a three, got blocked. It came back to him. He caught it in the air, shot it in the air, nailed it.
Banked it in.
25-22
open.
going in half.
I haven't watched much today. I was napping. For
Yeah, I've
some
been-
reason.
That's
I
understandable.
was doing the same thing.
Sleeping.
Probably annoying the shit out of Mercer because he always gets mad at me when I sleep.
He snores.
Oh,
So loud.
Loud. It's
I just want everybody to know that I'm there and I'm okay. So I don't want anybody to get.
You don't sound okay.
Eh,
No,
probably
not at all.
not.
Especially
No.
last night, you were sleeping
There's been a
weird
couple
on
times-
on the recliner, and it was like a wheezing, and like your whole body would like
I was pulsating.
suck in, and
It's-
then you'd wheeze, and you'd like relax, and then you'd go.
Sometimes I feel like I've almost gotten up and feel like I need like those ER paddles because he's sleeping. Like all of a sudden he'll just stop breathing. I'm like, I just kind of stare at him. I'm like, you're all right. Like,
So I'm
feel like
hoping I
got
make it to the next podcast. It sounds like I might die in my sleep here.
Yeah, it seems like
Might
it.
have a
Seems like you're
little
really
sleep
struggling when
apnea.
you're sleeping.
Yeah, I need to probably get that looked at.
Yeah, CPAP that and hook up to a
I
machine.
don't want a CPAP.
I do that shit too when I'm drunk. So I'm cold. It's like I'll stop breathing, I'll exhale, and I won't inhale for like 45 seconds. And then I'll just out of nowhere just.
I have woken up like that, like gasping for air. I've done that before. But
Yeah, you woke yourself up a couple times last night.
don't remember
Were
it.
you just staring at him while he was sleeping?
Sometimes,
He does do
like
that.
I'm on the couch and I'm trying to watch my programs, and he's over there snoring. I'll just look over, I'm like, okay, and to myself I'm saying, okay, if he does it again, I'll yell. And then usually I just give him a Ryan.
Then I open
in
my
my
eyes. I
head-
just stare at him and pissed off. Like, fuck you, man. I was sleeping.
He looks at me, and sometimes he'll just give me a little wave, or he does the eyebrow thing. That one pisses me off. That one pisses me off because I'm just like, go to bed.
It's right there.
It's late at the night. It's late at night. You're obviously sleeping. You're obviously tired.
Yeah. You're obviously not watching the show.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I
I
just want to hang out with
picture,
you.
I picture you just staring at him with a notebook, just documenting things.
Last night I passed out on Eric's couch. He was like, Bronson, you still awake? I think I started like dozing off right then, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm in and out. He goes, yeah, me too.
Well, we were watching the Fab Five, 30 for 30 or whatever.
Good 30
Yeah.
for 30.
Fat
I've
Five.
watched
What's
that one so many
The
times.
Michigan 5 freshman,
Yeah.
back with like Jalen Rose and
Webber.
Chris Webber.
I know none of these names.
Yeah, it's back in like
Chris Webber, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
90s. They were literally like the first. Michigan was like the first team to start 5 freshmen, or just start freshmen pretty much for the most part. It's usually back then. It was usually juniors, seniors, because this was before the one and done. You know what I mean? So
This was back when they used to have like
Yeah.
JV teams and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
When did the one and done
I don't think
thing
it was
start?
I don't think it was that long ago.
Kevin Durant, I think, was the first.
No, it was Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett was the first
Well,
one.
technically it was like Moses Malone did it way back, but
Yeah, that's
like
what
the
I'm
first
talking
one to
about, way
start
back
the
in the
trend
day.
was Kevin Garnett, and then I think Kobe did it. shortly
no,
thereafter.
Kobe went straight.
He went
to the
straight
league.
pro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, he was the first one to go pro as
Okay.
out of high school. Not go
Oh no! He was asking
So-
when did
No,
it start
no,
in college?
but I meant that.
That was.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, Kevin Garnett was the first one to go straight to high school, and that's because he was too stupid to get into school.
Did the NBA at the time just not have a rule on
Yeah,
it?
there was no rule.
No.
If you were good enough to go, you could go. Basically.
Yeah.
Even
I still
they,
like that.
they changed that after LeBron, right? He was like,
The only reason why he didn't
LeBron's-
start is
LeBron's
Kevin
class
Garnett
was the
couldn't.
last
He
one
couldn't
that
get an
did
ACT
it.
score high enough to get in.
Why did they change it? Why did they change and go to?
Personally, I
you have
think-
to go to school.
Personally, I think the NBA they're just trying to get more college basketball fans interested in the NBA. Because I mean, personally, I don't really watch the NBA. I watch college basketball.
I think it
like
was they
crazy,
were trying
but-
to save money. I think they wanted. I think they don't. There was too many flops that were coming out of high school guys, and so by giving them a year to watch them at a level where it's somewhat comparable as far as the talent level.
Yeah.
So I think the NBA owners wanted it because then they can see them for a year and get a better scout on them rather than in high school. These guys are so much better than all their surrounding cast. that
They're
you
just
can't-
dominating
You can't
you.
tell quite how good they are. But I don't know. I think we've.
I'm glad
discussed
they
this
made
before.
it because I mean it
They need to
would
have
turn into like a trendy thing.
a system like they do in soccer overseas, where most of these kids are coming up with like one team, so like Chelsea or Man United. All of them actually in the Premier League have a farm system. These kids start playing for them when they're like elementary school age all the way up, and you'll see on the rosters there's like 17-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids, and they'll send them to like lower level, put them on loan. So lower level teams, so like the league right underneath the Premier League, and to get more experience and
So
stuff.
it's just like
that.
baseball, like a minor.
Yeah,
league.
but
Yeah,
they
I like
still
baseball
go to
is-
school. You know what I mean? They still go to school and they still do that, but their job is really to play soccer, but they're still getting educated.
I like the way baseball does it, where you can go pro after high school, but if you decide to go to college, you give them a 3-year commitment.
That was
Like,
obvious.
you have to go to school for 3 years, but you have the opportunity when you graduate high school to go straight to the pros.
Yeah.
Or if you sign with the school, then you spend 3 years at that university. I think that would be the ideal way to go.
'Cause I remember Xavier Henry. You remember him for KU? His brother was drafted by the Yankees, and then quit baseball and came to KU. And Xavier Henry was playing. I mean, he was like 6-man, 7-man, or something like that. He didn't play a whole lot, but it was part of his contract or whatever with the Yankees. Was like, if it's not working out, like he can leave. And I'm pretty sure they paid for him to go to school there too. Unless he
pretty
just
wild.
already had the money. You know, obviously he had an MLB contract, so he probably had the
Could
money
you
to
imagine
do it.
that? How nice would that be? It's like going right out of school, kind of like locally, Bubba Starling.
That's what Bubba Starling
See,
did.
but that's how they should do it.
They
The
have
NCAA,
millions of dollars and you're 18 years old.
You shouldn't lose your amateur, what do you call it, category or whatever.
Amateur status.
Status
Yeah.
by, signing a pro deal. You know what I mean? If you don't pan out, the colleges should let them back in. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, come play for us. Like,
When Ricky Williams was at Texas, he played baseball in the summertime.
Like pro baseball?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Ricky Williams, the running back?
Yeah.
Well, Russell Wilson is with the Yankees right now, isn't he? He's like signed with the
Yeah,
Yankees.
yeah,
he
is
was
that
with the
like a-
Rangers for a little bit,
Yeah.
and the Yankees
Yeah.
got his
Is that
contract.
a real thing? Like,
Yeah, he plays minor league, I think, with them.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Well, he practices with them. He doesn't play in actual games.
he's gone to
He'll
spring
bet.
training with the Rangers.
yeah, I
like,
saw that
every year.
earlier this week.
He was,
and I
he was
like,
there with the Yankees this year.
Well, what about
Yeah.
old Tebow? They say Tebow might actually make it to the Mets roster.
I didn't. I knew he was in. I
If he
think,
does,
somewhere
it's for
double A.
publicity because
he got
his
promoted to double
batting
D, yeah.
average is like .05.
Oh shit!
Oh,
And
really?
He's playing at kids that are, 19, 20 years old, and he's 30.
He's playing like rookie ball. He's like, wait.
Yeah. Like people were losing
Going
it when
yard.
he jacked a home run out of the park in one of his minor league games, and like my buddy, he was in the Navy. He was a huge baseball fan, loves baseball, and he's just like, everyone just needs to calm down. He's hitting against like a 18-year-old kid that, you know what I mean, is still
Trying to
improving.
figure
You know what I
everything
mean?
out, yeah.
Like, oh, don't lose your shit yet. Okay,
Yeah.
he's not hitting against
we need a cooler.
the 100-mile-an-hour pitches. So
We need a cooler full of beer in here.
Did you already hammer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely
I've
get
got
that.
the I've got the
That's those.
hangover sweats going right now, so I don't think we don't need any kind of beer in here right now.
Yeah, we need all
I'm
the
about to
beer.
get drunk again. I'm gonna let Future Eric deal with this hangover.
So what about, didn't the 16 just beat a 1?
Yeah, first time ever.
UMBC,
Well, that's not
K-State
the
has
first time ever, is
the
it?
Retrievers.
First time ever.
they were
They were-
the last team in.
I'm not trying to bring it up to make fun of you, but I thought,
No, Missouri
Norfolk
lost to
State.
it. They were 15.
oh, Norfolk was a 15.
They were 15.
Okay,
There's
I-
been several 15s. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be worried if I was K State.
They're gonna. Oh, we're losing. 100%.
a 16 seed has never lost in the second round.
They've never won either. Yeah,
It's just-
I fully expect K State to lose, just because it sets up perfectly to just break my heart. And usually when I'm cheering for K State, they break my heart. So
Fitting to go get a Retriever shirt.
speaking, well, that was one thing I saw today. Is one thing is after they won, their Twitter went from 5,000 likes to like 900,000 or something like that, or 90,000. I don't remember how many zeros were on the end of it. But then also they didn't have like their name Retriever trademarked or Retriever Nation, which is what they
Oh, wow.
have been calling themselves. So they filed for like 2 trademark patents this week after that win because they're like, oh shit, we should probably do this so we can sell merchandise.
Their website locked up because of how many people went on.
Really?
Like, yeah, like they had like basically locked it up because there's so
shut
much
it
traffic.
down,
Yeah,
man. They
like
didn't
there's
have
like
That's crazy.
yeah, it's what a weird name too. The Retrievers.
The Retrievers.
Yeah, it's just not an intimidating.
Yeah, I mean,
mascot
do they
at
just have
all.
a dog running around the sidelines? Is that
They should. They should have a ton of dogs. running.
just a team of
That's
golden
the kind of
retrievers
game
out
I
there?
want to go to.
Like how
Absolutely.
how Colorado before every football game they have the buffalo run across the field.
Shitting
That's
everywhere.
Fucking awesome.
Man, did you see they didn't let what was that? Is it Purdue or is it Penn State that's like the Bulldog mascot?
Neither one of them are Bulldogs.
No? Well,
Butler is.
Butler. That's who it was.
Let
Okay.
it. Oh, you let the
Yeah, they
the
didn't
dog
let-
eat the Purdue cake.
Yeah, they let them do that, but they wouldn't let the dog into the stadium. So they didn't. There's a strict
dare
like
them.
no
Everyone's trying to
live.
hate on Bulldogs.
They said
It's
no
messed up.
live animal mascots allowed into the stadium. So instead, the dog like toured around the town and was like taking pictures everywhere. It was great.
That's pretty awesome. All right. Any other news, or do we just want to move to St. Patty's Day?
I think we've avoided it long enough. It's probably time to go to St. Patty's.
All right. So, let's see. We started off. Bab and Ryan made some breakfast over here.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
That's what I needed.
Then,
You have a solid base.
then the Margot Express
Oh yeah.
came and picked us up out in front of the house. That's Colby's mom, for those people that don't know. Came and picked us up, and we had some other friends that were already there. And then we went on to Westport. Big shout out. Our first stop, no cover.
Julep.
Yeah.
Cocktail
Shout out to the
Club.
Julep Cocktail Club out of Westport. They handed out koozies for us.
They may not want us plugging plugging them after they listened to the first few podcasts.
Well,
but
that's the bit they can't.
But
get
they
behind.
took care of us. We got a sweet booth. It was big. They could fit
I had
all
like
of
a
us.
little private room. It
Yeah, that was
awesome.
nice. That was a really
I'm
nice.
not sure why we
perfect
left.
way
I
to start.
didn't want to leave. I was like, I am comfortable. This is a comfortable bench. I'm a fat man. I don't like walking
But
around.
you also wouldn't shut up
don't
about
like
the
crowds.
hams.
The hams was disgusting, but I was drinking whiskey.
Yeah, I
Finally,
didn't think it was
after
bad.
No,
Just
no.
Okay, let's calm down. You left early.
What?
Let's calm down.
Yeah,
You left
I
early.
left early to go drinking and to meet
You
somebody.
left us.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Julep, though, they also have a second bar opening up called the. Hold on, let me
Oh,
bring up my
damn.
notes
Gotta have it
here,
out.
man. Sorry, Julep. It's called the Soft Conspiracy. Opens up at the end of the month. You
What
got
the fuck is that place?
softconspiracy.com to book a reservation. Oh, it's just their
That's an
new-
interesting name.
Yeah, they're
Interesting
really
name.
nice.
But anyway-
Sexual and violent.
Anyway, it was a pretty cool place.
But I'm in.
It was a tiny place. I remember they had their. I'm sure all you guys went to the pisser, but there was that in that long hallway.
Yeah.
And the men's was all the way at the end.
I thought I was going to
Yeah.
get murdered in that hallway.
Yeah, I went all the way to the end. Like the very first time I had to take a piss, and I was walking back, and this gal opened the door to the women's restroom, and she jumped, and then I jumped. And I was like she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "You scared me."
Yeah.
So
no,
then-
their bar was cool. They had it. You can definitely tell that when it's not St. Patrick's and packed, you know what I mean, to be a nice little spot. If you have
Post
like a little
up and
date or
little
something,
date
you know
spot.
Yeah,
what I
that's what you
mean?
said.
Like,
That'd be a cool day spot.
and they had a cool, like, how many shelves do you think they had?
They had the rolling ladder.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had probably
They
like
would not
10
let us ride
shelves,
it,
and
though.
then they had a rolling ladder that goes back and forth. Like, that shit was fucking
Yeah, I'm pretty
awesome,
sure
man.
Belle did that in Beauty and the Beast. I just
Yeah.
wanted to get one little
Yeah.
video of me on the
Like singing,
yeah.
twirling your hands, and like, yeah, the hair whip or something. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We should
That'd
go
have been a
back
great
like,
time.
right now. We could probably get that taken care of today.
Oh yeah. Shoot a little content. Let's see. Then we went from there. We walked the streets of Westport for a minute, and then where did we end up? Where was that,
McCoy's.
board? That
McCoy's.
was
Are we allowed
Foundry.
to talk about where we're at there? Since they didn't really help us out there.
No.
But there's a couple bars that were basically had a fencing around it where it was
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
kind of courtyard area. It was a good time.
yeah, what did we
DJ
pay?
out in
$10 to get in,
Yeah.
$10 to get in. You got into like 2 or 3 bars, and
Yeah.
and we went to what one?
we went to both. We were
Well,
both
we
of them.
walked into one and then walked straight through it.
We just
to the
kind of
other
did a
one.
lap, took a lap around to see what was going on.
Yeah,
Packed.
I saw a gal in there that I went to school with, like way back in the day, like at college. Never really knew her, but like always been Facebook friends. I think she's a smoke show. And one night,
Okay, I remember.
one night I made eye contact with her, and I'm pretty sure she saw me, and like remembers me, because I sent her a DM one time, professing my love to her. Like,
I thought you were gonna say dick pic. I was like,
I'm
whoa,
not
there we
professing
go.
my love to her, but I was like, I want to take you on a date. I think you're very
Shooting your
attractive.
shot. I like it.
Yeah, but not hammered because they see what time you sent that and they know
No,
what's going on.
that's true.
And they know what's going on.
You do need to be aware of the time you're sending DMs.
Yeah. So anyway, we just hung out at that place. Took forever to get a bar.
Well,
or
before
get
we,
a drink.
before we went in there, we were waiting in line to pay the cover, and we're standing by the porta potty, and I had just gone in, came out, and it was like one of the most disgusting porta potties I have seen. Like there was, I mean, not to just get back on the shit topic, but there was shit everywhere. It was disgusting.
I knew
Can't
we'd
go
get
one.
there at some point.
Can't go
So
one.
so this guy walks by. He's an older gentleman, probably in his 50s. He walks by and he's like, "Is anybody in there?" I'm like, "No, man, it's all you. Just a heads up, though, it's disgusting in there." And he goes, "That's cool. I'm just gonna beat my dick anyways."
And this is like an old man. Like,
This
this
is
is somebody's dad.
Potential grandfather.
Yeah.
Potential grandfather status.
Yeah.
And dude just talking about beating his dick in the porta potty. I'm like,
I
no
gotta
respect, man. When you got to get one out, I get it.
I told my dad to quit going out on St. Patty's Day. So embarrassing.
But we ended up posting up at that bar and
There was one point, though, Eric and I left. I went to go buy a pack of cigarettes. And then we walked over to this other bar to grab a beer while we were waiting in line to get back in. Because they wouldn't let you just come back in, even though you had a wristband already. They made you wait in line.
Really?
And
It's got to be a
so,
fire code kind of thing.
yeah.
one in, one out.
Yeah, something like that. And so we stopped on. We were standing next to these porta potties, and I was smoking. Actually, we both were smoking a cigarette, and this
I know what
girl
you're
was
talking
walking
about. I
by,
don't recall that.
and she had some nachos, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was like, "Hey, can I get some of those nachos?" And she like looked at me. At first, it looked like she was mad or something, and she
I
was
thought
just
she
like,
was scared.
Just like,
Yeah.
how
Well,
dare
yeah,
you?
I mean,
Yeah.
giant black man's asking for nachos. I'd be a
Let
little
me get
nervous
some of
too.
the nachos. I was like, oh, shit.
and she was like, she looked back. She's like, "What?" I was like, "Let me get some of those nachos." She's like, "You want them?" And she just handed me the whole fucking plate of nachos. And like, I didn't even eat them all because we were laughing so hard. I couldn't believe that she did it. I couldn't
he
believe
gives
it.
me one, and he's eating. I was like, what the fuck are we eating? Like, why are we eating this random people's nachos? This is disgusting. I was like, I don't think we should do that.
I had a couple.
They
of
probably
them.
weren't hers. She probably like picked them up from somewhere.
She probably found it on the ground. She's like, I'm gonna throw these away. I mean, they were good. I shouldn't have. I felt like spitting out. The moment I took a bite, I was like, "What the fuck am I eating? Why am I?
I don't know where this came from.
Random nachos."
A little floor spice makes everything
I
nice.
tell you what, there was a lot of pretty girls out.
Yeah.
Yikes. Like,
Way to
Jeepers
represent
creepers.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Looking good out there.
Let's see, what would we do? To get a beer at this place.
Was,
This place we went, like it was a freaking nightmare. I was up at the bar and no one was paying me any attention, and this gal came up and she was standing behind me and she goes, "Does anyone even say anything to you?" I go, "No." And she goes, "Do you mind if I get that spot?" And I was like, "As long as you order for me too." And she's like, "No, definitely." And I was like, "Yeah, you'll definitely get service before me." And then she walks up there and of course
Immediately,
guy comes
yeah.
right up to her, "What do you want?" And she goes, "What do you want again?" And I told her and she gave me my drinks, but god damn. I have more than 4 bartenders, have I?
Yeah, it took like 15 minutes. I was standing there at the bar for like 15 minutes and couldn't have not even one person look at me.
Yeah. I slid in on the other side because I was kind of wandering around trying to figure out where the best spot to go at the bar was.
Yeah.
And,
Actually making a game plan.
Yeah. So I saw there was a girl that was standing in front of me, so I just started flirting with her and got her to get the bartender to get me drinks. So that's how I handled the situation.
If you got a pretty girl, you can get drinks pretty much anytime you want. But if you're a big bearded man, no. Even on my day, with the red beard glowing and everything, couldn't get any attention.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got a little attention.
Not much as attention as you did.
I saw easy.
Hey.
I saw some over the pants stuff happening.
Yeah. Well, you had yeah. Yeah. That was that was unexpected.
Hold on, I didn't know about this.
So we
I
just-
was already gone at this point. Is that correct?
Over the pants stuff?
Yeah.
No, that happened. She did that in front of everybody. Which
Yeah,
is,
I'm just standing at the table, and all of a sudden she just grabs my junk. I'm like, whoa, what is happening right now?
All right.
And then she reached over and grabbed Mercer's junk.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, she's wanting to
Heyo.
have a house party. You know what I mean?
And Michigan State just lost.
What the?
My bracket is officially fucked. I just lost both of my championship teams.
I guess who hasn't? Me and
Chill the
Ja-
fuck
Wait,
up.
wait, wait.
me and Jason haven't lost our championship teams. And you
So-
guys said if you pick them, you automatically lose.
So
I
then,
still think so.
what else happened? Eric, you, Colby, and his gal. You guys left a little early.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that. We'd been there for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like it was getting to that point where I was teetering on turning into international Eric, and I didn't want to be in a giant group of people for that. I prefer to do that in a smaller scale, so there's less stories can come out that way. And so we just went and watched the game someplace, and got some food and kind of got out of the chaos that was developing.
Yeah.
It was best for everyone, really,
Yeah.
because it could have ended very badly. You guys would have had to be carrying me around.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that again.
Yeah. No, I don't know how I get into my story because I can't
I think
use
you
it.
just got to go for it, man.
Yeah.
Like there's no.
Run for it. With
So
it.
then it was
Band-Aid off.
time for me to leave because I was at that point too where I wanted to be home. Like I was just done. We'd been out for, like you said, a few
Long
hours.
time, yeah.
When we got there, 11:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I left, it was maybe 5.
I get drunker during the day, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I decided to leave. I'm with a friend, and she has a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and we decide to.
You're glowing, by the way.
We decide.
I know, dude. You got the biggest grin right now, man.
We decide to go
Holy shit.
home. Easy. So we decide to go home, and I have a, it's up in my noggin like, oh, this could happen.
But you don't want to say it and jinx it.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it up. So we get into the house. I take the pup, put him outside, and then I come in. They left the door open, like the front door, so I shut it and I turn around, and my friend then takes her shirt off,
That's the way it
like
started.
just right there, like
Didn't have to say anything. Just shirt automatically.
like
came
other
off.
one is in the bathroom,
Mhm.
and we start doing our thing, and she looks at me. She goes, "You know you're gonna have a threesome, right?" And I go, "Oh, I was kind of counting on it." So then, we started going, and then there was I don't know how to phrase this without making myself look awful. or losing all credibility.
Day
A,
drinking.
You lost all credibility a long time ago.
Yeah, probably that's fair. I don't know that I had credibility to begin with.
equipment malfunction.
Yeah,
We're
equipment
going
malf-
there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it happened.
I would have left that one out.
A lot of whiskey. A lot of whiskey.
Yep. Little equipment malfunction. It might have been the combination of nerves, because the homeboy gets nervous too.
Well, that's a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta please two of them now.
Perform.
Can barely do one. I can barely do one. I gotta do two.
Yeah,
This is
perform.
outrageous. So now we're getting into it. We're We're having fun. Equipment malfunction. Pretty much just finger blasting a lot. You know what I mean?
There it was.
You know, doing what I can. And there was points like it was really awkward. Like there was points where one of them, like I was telling Ryan, would just wander off.
Yeah, where were they going?
Like I don't know. They'd go to the bathroom, go get a drink.
Okay.
Like, but yeah, like you said last night, just like cattle. Like they're just cattle. They just wander off.
I'm not sure cattle's the greatest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a great
Like, yeah, they're not going to be.
Mercer, you brought home cattle last night?
cat.
And this won't happen again.
Yep. Just ruin that. But no, they're definitely not cows.
Good save.
They were
Yeah.
beautiful women.
They're beautiful, classy ladies.
Yeah, very classy. I see that mark on your neck. Don't think it's not, we don't see that.
Oh,
Should we zoom this in again?
I'll get there. So, then for whatever reason, when one would wander off, like now there's one-on-one time, things would happen.
It's back.
Get a little bit, bam, bam, bam. Then the other one comes back, we're gone. No.
Nervous. You're gonna get
Window
this bad
hiding.
name over here.
So then the other one hop in, and the other one wander off.
It's like a tag team, like tag in, tag out.
Yep, that's what it was. And that's when things happened and went all right. And then, started having some fun. And there was the point in time. I don't know if I should feel violated,
No.
but I'm kind of into it. So,
I'm not into it.
so anyway,
Oh, I'm
Not into
I'm
it.
into it.
I'm
I'm
not
into
into
it.
I'm on my
Right there with you.
knees.
You're
I'm-
into this?
Oh, I'm into that. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. We're the same. We're the same.
All right.
Yeah.
We're partners. on
Yeah,
that
we're
kind of
partners.
thing.
So, I'm
Not
on my
like that,
knees.
but yeah.
Things are happening below the waist. And the other one is choking me.
Trying to murder you.
Yeah, not like a sexual choke. Like, I don't want you to breathe anymore. That's what it was. I have marks on
Two-handed?
my neck. Two necks.
Veins bulging?
Two necks, and I'm
Eyes popping out.
Yeah. If I can feel my face like getting warmer.
Your heart, you can feel your
Borderline
heart throbbing in
about
your
to pass out.
forehead.
yeah. And then the other one, just a little whoop, whoop. That's a finger up
For
the
people,
asshole.
I was going to say, people that aren't watching
you
this,
against butt stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
I was talking about the choking part.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No, I was like, that's not where he's going.
he's going. He
I
was
guess he
going.
doesn't know,
He was
but-
going
Not against-
rotisserie chicken.
I'm not against the occasional finger here and there. Just not the pinky. That's
Here
for
and there,
classy.
stay away from that.
Classiness.
But anyway, yeah. So that's how my night went. Then the other, again, the failure to lunch thing happened, and the other
It's a
girl
great
was
movie.
very, she was very upset and kept saying like, "I got to go find someone that will fuck me."
Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Classy brought. Oh, and remember, so there was that one point where the girls are just having fun, and they said, "Well, I wish we had a strap on." And then one looks to me and is like, you could fuck her, and then I'll fuck you. And I was like, easy. That is aggressive.
Sweet Jesus!
That is aggressive. And then,
Is it getting hot here?
Like,
So-
no.
anyway,
No, it's not.
yeah,
Nope,
no, that's
nope,
not how
nope.
that's gonna happen.
Nope, it's not how this
So anyway,
works.
homegirl left, and then I was able to perform afterwards. But
So it
that's-
just sounds like nerves.
Just
You're
pressure. A lot of pressure.
Whatever. it still
The
sounds
best
like
is
fun.
I was still out when all this was going down, and I get a text from him that it's just like that awkward kid just standing there. It's like the GIF or GIF, however you want to say it. GIF. It's a GIF for me.
Yeah,
But
that's
the kid's just standing there like you can see him like side eyeing the camera like what do I do, like this is here. I'm like, what the hell happened? He goes. He sends back an eggplant emoji with a thumbs down and says "Yikes." That's all it was.
Yep. And
was
then I
like-
sent you a text. Hey, by the way, she finally left, so glad because I can shit now.
I was pretty much texting like, dude, is
There
it
it
safe
is.
for me to come home?
The eggplant emoji is it's money. I don't even.
What was that word you just said? Emoji?
Emoji?
Emoji. I don't think you said emoji.
Did I not? Maybe I slurred a little bit. I told you.
Getting back-
bringing it back.
That's a great movie too.
Yeah. Oh, failure to launch.
Yeah, failure to launch and emoji movie.
Oh,
I still haven't
skip
seen the
it.
I've
emoji
heard the
movie.
emoji movie's fucking trash.
Oh, it's so good.
God awful.
You would. You're the corniest person.
But this was a free balling episode. We did not plan this. Obviously, having a show on Friday, skipping Saturday, and then having a show on Sunday.
Well, we didn't really skip Saturday. We lost some brain cells on Saturday. That's what happened.
Yeah. So
I time traveled right through there.
I watched some dude getting carried out of the bar in Westport, and his girlfriend just death staring at him.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
she was-
I'm a-
didn't care. I didn't
No,
see
that was
Oh,
great.
That was a snap I sent out, and I saved it. We can put it on the website. But
That was great.
She
I
was
screenshotted it, so I had
She
it.
was
like he's
real
got
bad.
he's got his arms around two of
That's
his buddies, like they're trying to like stand him up and like get him to walk, and she's just like straight faced, staring, not blinking, like
dude,
right through his
right.
The
soul.
worst
Giving
resting
her
bitch
them
face.
look like,
the worst.
this
It was
is over.
terrible.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
over.
yeah,
We're not together after today. Dude, that's the
And
look
the
she
best part
giving.
was you were filming for like a good like
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 minutes there, just like
And yells,
consistent
"He's not
Snapchat
that
of this girl and her resting bitch face, and I was just losing my shit
She was
watching
resting.
I
Snapchat.
started to.
She was
It was just she was pissed.
Yeah, it was,
I tried to start the he's not that drunk chant in the bar, but no, I couldn't get anybody else to join in on me
It
on
was
it.
funny. That's awesome.
that's awesome. But like I said, this was just a free balling episode. We didn't have much for it. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
And as always, if you're going to shop at Amazon, go to www.brosouptime.com. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner, and that'll take you directly to Amazon. And that kicks a little bit back to the show. We're not asking you to buy anything, but we know you're going to use it. We know you're going to use Amazon. So
Everybody uses Amazon.
Yeah.
it just kicks a little bit back to the show, and we're going to put it right back into the show as far as advertising and
Make it better.
doing some
Yeah.
cool shit
Get
for you guys.
Improvements
get the
and
wheel going.
And as all, we weren't kidding about hiring. We need a female
Yes.
voice in here if you're
Yes, yes,
interested.
yes.
Questions at brosouptime.com, or if you actually know us, you
Just
can
once a week.
you can just
That's all I
text
need.
us.
for
If
an
we have a
hour.
girl if we have a girl that comes, we meant to not be talking about poop as much anymore.
Yeah, that'll be nice. She can
That
definitely
would-
steer away from
Yeah,
that.
like, hey guys, get off the poop again. Like, come on.
But as
that.
It's much needed.
but like I said at the
please
top
help
of the
us.
show, subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars only. And you can lie to us if you don't think it's 5 stars. Just lie to us and put 5 stars.
Yeah,
Boom.
And-
you're not gonna hurt our feelings.
Just help.
And as always, I've said that 1,000 times
A lot
now.
of as always.
As always, yeah. Especially for 3 shows, can't really be as always. But go to what are you writing down there?
Just times.
Just times.
Just letting the group know.
Right on. Well,
Hey.
go to Facebook. We're at Bro Soup Time. What, you got something to say?
No, we never got any Frankfurt for me in there today.
Yeah, we didn't do the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we didn't do the fuck,
Yeah.
Mary, kill.
Yeah, we gotta do
Oh
that.
my
We
god.
gotta do an FMK.
Pause. Rewind.
Oh, here we go.
All right, well,
FMK.
Who are we gonna do? Who's the
Friends.
Friends.
Cast
so,
of friends. Monica,
Phoebe. Yeah.
Rachel, and Phoebe.
Marrying
So
Rachel.
Courtney Cox.
Whoa, slow down.
Jennifer
That's
Aniston.
100%.
And then Phoebe's the tall blonde one.
Tall blonde one.
I can't remember her
Well,
name.
Jennifer Aniston's my
Mary.
that's my Mary of all
Yeah.
time. Like, I'm marrying Jennifer Aniston. I'm sorry to everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
She will take me off the market.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably fucking Phoebe and killing Monica.
Oh. Okay.
Because Phoebe looks like she's a freak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
yeah,
fun.
That's
yeah,
what you're
she
doing?
does.
Yep. I'm right there with him.
Does.
What about you, Bronson?
Oh man, it's a tough one because I mean, dude, have you seen Courtney Cox and like
She's
some of
sexy.
the shows now? Like,
She's
It's also like
Cougar.
50%
Oh.
plastic now.
Yeah,
she
she
but-
was enhanced.
but she's,
Oh, yeah,
she's
Jennifer
done a
Aniston's
great job.
Which
about
I'm okay
that.
with.
No,
She's done a great job of it.
Talk about my future wife that way.
I still feel like Jennifer Aniston's always been my go-to girl. So,
Of course.
God, but that's so hard. Do I get to fuck her all the time? Or
Well, yeah,
do
you're
I-
married.
do-
That's
okay,
implied.
that's implied. Okay, yeah, I'll marry her then. I mean, marriage gets boring.
Then who you
sometimes,
fucking?
you know? And then I'll fuck Courtney Cox for sure.
And
I
you're
want
gonna
to
kill
see.
Phoebe.
Yeah, I got to do it. Gotta
And
do
what do
it.
you got, Eric?
Yeah, I'm with Ryan on this. Marrying Rachel, killing Monica, and yeah, I would definitely Phoebe. That seems like that would be a good time.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm marrying Jennifer Aniston. I don't know the characters' names, man.
Yeah.
I never watched this shit, but
I don't think you watch TV. Period.
I'm gonna bang probably Phoebe too.
Really?
Yeah.
Not
Get
a-
rid
no,
of
no.
Courtney Cox.
Not a lot.
I mean,
not a
they're
lot
both
for
bang-
I mean,
Monica.
don't get me wrong. Courtney Cox is attractive.
I'm
woman.
marrying
They're
Jennifer
both
Aniston.
bangable.
I'm fucking Courtney Cox. I'm killing Phoebe.
What do you got against Phoebe?
Alright.
There we go.
Just I was never into it.
Never into.
Never into it. Lisa Kudrow doesn't do it for me.
Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, that was her name. We only knew Phoebe by Phoebe. The rest of the names, that's bad. But that was an easy one, guys. That was good. That was good.
That's a good way to end the show. But go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Bro Soup Time. like our stuff, share our stuff, and tell your don't just tell one friend, tell all your friends.
Yeah.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
Boom.
Hit us up there. We love you. Bye.